So, so you got a C, I'm pretty sure. So the next note, one up from that, we'll see if you're really playing the middle C or not, is first and third finger, pressing down, yep,
Okay.
and that will be a D. Yep. So you hear how, if you play them back and forth. C, D. You hear that major step?
Yeah. Wait, why did it just go flat? Is it because I was running out of air?
Yeah. And so that's the whole thing about blowing through the notes. You really need to support the notes with a lot of air, or else they can go out of tune really easily. And 1 and 3 is just a really easy, like fingering to go out of tune.
Oh.
It's because the way instruments are made, and like the third vowels sometimes aren't like long enough to exactly be at the right pitch.
Okay.
But in that case, that was just the breath letting out. And so we're getting some sound out, that's good. Next, we want to try and get some good like articulations behind it.
Oh.
So you know how at first I had you starting with poo to like really like push the air out, like.
Mhm.
So now we're going to change that and change the P to a T. So it's.
Oh.
It's like you're kind of spitting. The point is to try and get you to tongue the note, so it's got like a good start. Like.
Okay. So what is my tongue doing?
So your tongue is going to be like on the back of your front teeth, your upper front teeth. And so when your air goes through, you want it to be like kind of like a dam. Like the air is going to push your tongue down, and that's going to let your note out.
Oh, this is so much harder.
Really push it out with the. See, do you notice how it went like a higher pitch there?
Yeah.
That's because you're forcing the air through faster, so you change the pitch.
Okay.
But it's not very like good, proper like tone production because it's just like half like forced air really fast through there. So just you wanna relax a little bit, but keep the armature tight, and you're gonna use these muscles, the maleoli muscles.
Oh. Okay.
These are gonna stay tight around the whole time, right around the corners of your mouth.
Mhm.
So it's really gonna be like this, and so your cheeks shouldn't puff out when you blow. You almost got it.
I just went through like 3 different notes right there.
Yeah, you just like kind of took your time to get to it, but we're getting closer to what we want. So when you tongue the note, let's see. Like, you know how when you spit, you're like.
Yeah, right?
That kind of feeling.
Why does it keep doing that?
So it's doing that because your initial your initial tonguing, like you're getting that articulation, but you're pushing a lot of air through it at once and then coming back on the air. So that's why it's changing pitches. See? You're getting closer. Yep. So try and play some like. So you can do some ta 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 ta. It's 1 and 3. Okay. Wow, so that was really easy. Let me just check the time on this because you're doing really good.
Okay.
So we'll just go through. We'll just learn another note while we're at it since you're doing it so easily.
Okay.
So the next note we have C. What is C? So what finger is that? What would you call that?
open.
Yeah. And then so what's D? How do you play that?
First and third valve.
Yeah. So 1 and 3. You're just doing that because you're just in between the partials. Some of the reason it sounds like it's not fully there just because your air isn't like, it's not settled, it's not relaxed, so it'll be like kind of wavering and stuff.
Okay.
But for the most part, you're getting pretty good tone production for your very first time playing trumpet.
Okay.
So then the next note, which would be what? If we're going C, D.
E.
Yep. So the
Okay.
next note would be E, and that'll be 1 and 2.
Okay.
Yep. Yep, there you go. So try da da da. Yeah, you pretty much got it. And we're gonna try and keep the trumpet up. Wow, you already learned 3 notes on the very first time. And so when you're playing,
Feels like I have to push more for the third note.
yep,
E.
as you get higher, there's going to be more resistance
Uh-huh.
from the air column going through the instrument. And so that's what really helps you change the pitch. But with the higher you go, more air has to be pushed through the instrument. It requires more air to get the higher notes out.
Mhm.
And I don't want to say like the air has to travel faster too.
Okay.
And so you have to blow more air and faster air to raise the pitch. So that's why going up is, going to get harder as you go up. But if you practice and just really get the muscles and your embouchure strong, then going higher will be easier.
I feel like this is harder than my clarinet.
Mm,
Well,
I don't
to
know.
get, because I
I've
never
never played
had to
clarinet.
adjust my air for the different notes in
Mhm.
my clarinet.
Yeah, you just change your finger to the
Yeah.
notes and it just all plays, right?
Mhm.
Yep. The articulation. And another thing that will help you when you get to higher notes, instead of using ta ta, if you change the ah to e, t t t, the
T?
T, using T makes the back of your tongue up higher, and so the column for the air to travel through in your mouth to the instrument becomes a lot smaller, and so that helps getting the air through, more air through the smaller space quickly. Yep. Ta 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 t t t t. Yep. And are you like compressing the air in your chest?
No, I think it's coming from my diaphragm.
Okay, that's good. Because it kind of looks like it might be like kind of compressing a little bit and up here, but I think that's like a clarinet thing. I don't know if people do that.
I don't think so. I think everything comes from the diaphragm.
Okay. Well, if you're playing from that it could be your embouchure from
I think it's
placement too. So the way you want it is like these, the top part of your lip and the bottom need to be like inside the cup.
Oh.
It's like tire tracks inside there. And then the thing that really helps is keeping this tight, but learning to open up the space in between even more.
Take time.
Okay, so that's about time, so we'll call it quits there. Let's see, so just to review what we